Music, story times, all kinds of shit for you. Everything goes if it's house tonight from corpulent
Remember your bizarre mute magic phase that you went through?
I go through several phases, so I could technically forget any phase at any given point, but I didn't forget that one. What
That's
are you?
it. That's the subject.
You a fucking serpent now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a phase. I love magic.
Yeah.
Not magic with a K, like magic as in illusionism.
Like Magic the Gathering?
Pretty cool. See, the thing is, though, that one of my favorite illusionists is apparently now a fucking sex predator.
Yeah, he is.
Like, everybody's fucking like a sex predator now.
Yeah.
I just got you the Ren and Stimpy figures, and you were like, cool, man, I love Ren and Stimpy. Next thing you know, fucking guy's like a chomo.
Yeah, he is.
I'm like, dude, who's next? Now I can't like anybody because next thing you know, fucking Stan Lee's gonna. Oh wait,
Oh, shit.
that happened too.
Well, as long as, I think it's pretty safe to like anything Kevin Spacey, though. I mean, he's pretty likable. Oh, wait! Dylan Kids!
That's what he likes to do.
Yeah, he does.
So that's a fucking thing.
I'm not gonna lie, though, when you told me about John Kay being alleged diddler, I was totally not surprised because that dude's a weirdo. Big time weirdo. So I was like, you know what? Kind of knew that.
I mean, you just got to see one episode of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you're like, ooh,
This
this guy's a little bonkers.
he's probably diddling chihuahuas.
He probably is.
Mhm.
And cats.
Yep.
Speaking of cats,
Uh-huh.
there's some cats living underneath my house.
Yeah, there is.
And some of them got territory on the west side,
Uh-huh.
and some of them got territory on the east side.
Yep.
And it's like the fucking outsiders down there below.
Yeah, it is.
They meet up in the center of town, and in the middle of the night, they're fucking shanking each other.
Them cats.
Now, somebody told me they're just probably fucking each other.
Yeah.
Nope, they're fighting each other because guess what? Every now and then, one of them kills the other, and then this whole place stinks because they're rotting
Yeah, it
underneath
is.
my floorboards like John Wayne Gacy's victims.
Yeah.
Speaking of John Wayne Gacy,
you didn't let me,
Kevin Spacey.
You didn't let me make my so those cats got gats jokes.
Cats with gats.
Cats with gats.
That was worth it. Returning to that.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy. Let's go back to John Wayne Gacy.
I don't know what the fuck the theme of this fucking video was.
That's theme was.
Yeah, man, fucking cats, dude. I don't care. I don't care much for cats. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck about them. I think they're cute, like as kittens. Who doesn't? And I'm all right with a little catter day every now and then. But
You're not a cat
yeah,
fan.
I don't like them chewing on my toes, which is a thing that apparently they love to do. I've experienced it with more than one cat. Don't know what's up with that. There's one cat I had that correction. There's two cats that I had by default of them just showing up one day and deciding, fuck it, we're here, and that I liked. One of them was blind.
Yeah, I
and,
remember the blind one.
If you would pet it like on top and on bottom at the same time, it would fart. Like it just would. It was its thing.
All right.
So that was cool.
Was that the one that would run into your freaking legs?
No, that's the one that you had to pick it up and put it in front of the food, otherwise it wouldn't eat.
Oh.
Ditto with the water. So it died. But anyway,
because you wouldn't do that.
the other one that I liked was this cat called Nickel Dork, which was a calico cat. But then it ended up, having like a sexual liaison with this black cat that was evil as fuck. And then all of a sudden it had like 10 billion kitties. And then the black cat just left. And so we were stuck with 10,000 kitties, man. And then we couldn't get rid of the fucking kitties. And then the next thing you know, we're driving and there's kitties all over the floor. All over the floor, all over the street, like it's China or something. And, it was just like, we can't have that many dead kitties everywhere.
Yeah.
If you're going to have kitties, you need to keep them. Don't throw them on the street. So anyway, fucking Nickel Dork ended up leaving.
Yeah.
Actually, it died. But, cats.
That black cat did her wrong. I guess.
It did, man. What the fuck? Who leave? I mean, they're cats, I guess. They gotta leave.
Yeah.
And be cats. I guess that's, what do they call those cats that just fucking leave?
Douche bags.
Douchebags? No, oh fuck, like a alley cat? No, that's just an alley cat. They call them the tomcats? Is that what it is? They just fucking leave. That's what that fucking cat was. It was evil as fuck too. It hated everybody except for our older brother. Now, speaking of our older brother, here's an interesting story about our older brother.
Does it have to do with cats?
It doesn't have to do with cats,
It's
but
just-
it was just
alright.
a segue.
Cool.
And I completely lost the story. No, this is actually a legitimate story that happened. Now, so did the cat thing, by the way. But
None
anyway.
of this has been made up. Otherwise, it'd be actually interesting.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. This is actually interesting, though. Unlike the cat shit. Yeah. Okay. So check it out. When I was like, I don't know, maybe like 10 years old, maybe a little bit younger. Our older brother still lived, you know, at the house, if you will, with the rents. And our grandmother, who's very religious, used to go out and give Bible studies to people. And she used to go to this lady that had this special girl, you know, and she was retarded, is what I'm saying. But anyway,
Definitely like Cumbia Kings.
yeah, definitely. I cleared that up because she was not like, she was very aggressive. Like, damn, man, serious? And by aggressive, I mean sexually aggressive, specifically toward my older brother. She like wanted to jump his bones, and he was like, "What the fuck?
Stop.
What is this?
Yeah.
What kind of child are you raising here?"
It's
but
not
anyway,
good.
he would go with us to this Bible study, and this little girl would try to like, well, she was like around his age.
Yeah.
You know, he was around like 15, and he was around 15, and no, he was around 17. She was around 16. Anyway, around that age.
Yeah.
And she would like try to jump his fucking bones, and he was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Anyway, all that has nothing to do with the end of the story. The point is, he would go to this Bible study, right,
Okay.
and try to desperately avoid this she beast lopping his wang off for personal use. Anyway, this lady that was getting the Bible study, she decides she's gonna convert, and she used to be a Catholic. And she had all this, you know, Catholic memorabilia, right? You know, like little virgins. And,
Merch.
And yeah, the merch.
Cat merch.
Hit that merch store. Hashtag Vatican merch. But
Yep.
anyway, she had all this Vatican merch. And she decided to get rid of it, right? And she told my grandma, and she's like, "Hey, where do I throw this away?" As if she didn't know that there was a dump.
Yeah.
Anyway, grandma's like, "Oh, we'll throw it for you." Apparently she was Groucho Marx.
Yes, she was. She's
And,
like, I'm spying on you.
Yeah. And she told my older brother to break this huge frame picture of the Virgin Mary, that is. And so my brother grabs a rock. I don't know why they had to break it. Couldn't they just
Yeah.
throw it away? But anyway, that was the command.
Someone tells you to break something like glass, you do it because it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, if you're a guy, you're breaking glass, no matter what.
I just broke glass right now. Hint, it was a dildo that was in my ass. Also, ow.
Oh, man. Also a true story. But anyway.
I wish I was kidding.
No, but yeah, so she told him to break this fucking virgin fucking thing, right? The picture, painting, whatever the fuck it was. Anyway. So he grabs a fucking big ass rock, right? And he launches it at this fucking glass. Or this frame picture, right? And the rock just bounces off like the Bludgeon Brothers bludgeon. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's some pretty badass glass. It's some Pope Mobile shit or what?
Yeah.
So he grabs it again and he launches this thing and it doesn't break. He launches it like 10, 15 times and no breakage. So he grabs the whole fucking thing and just slams it on the ground. Nathan. Anyway, have I been saying he does this?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My grandma's doing this.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, then my brother, my older brother, goes up and he just grabs the fucking
Rock?
frame
Uh-huh.
and it fucking shatters.
What?
Now you could argue that it had already had like rocks launched at it 10,000 times, so the moment he touched it, it was just a matter of time. But this other thing happened with him, where my grandma had a little like piece of, it was like ceramic flowers, and they were supposedly from some setting in the Vatican. She'd had them since her days
In the Vatican.
in the Vatican, yeah, in the Catholic Church. And it was just some relic that she was given by some priest. Because I guess she rolled with priests.
Yeah.
Actually, she did roll with priests. True story. There was a picture of her dancing with a priest in some restaurant somewhere.
What? Was it Penis Priest?
It was not Penis
Oh,
Priest,
that's unfortunate.
but it was a priest, so it was probably Penis Priest. But anyway, so that has nothing to do with that.
Nope.
But anyway, the point is she had a fucking, like this fucking flower thing from the Vatican, right? And one day she decides, wait a minute, why do I have this? I'm going to chuck this, right? And she tries to break that too. No breakage. Over and over, slamming it on shit. Fucking elbow dropping on that bitch. Nothing. And then my older brother comes out, grabs it, and breaks.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck is this? You get some supernatural shit or
So
what?
what you're saying here is that he is the devil himself.
Probably. Interestingly enough, that ties into another story where one time I was I used to live next door to Granny's place, and I was walking over to his place, which is now my place.
Yep.
And I was walking over, and he's out in the yard, hoeing,
Oh, it's a classic tale.
cutting the weeds, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, man, what's up? Now, mind you, me and him don't get along that well, but
Definitely not.
those were the early days, so he would occasionally return the what's up.
Mhm.
But he doesn't say shit, so I'm like, whatever. And I come in here, and his wife's in here, and I'm like, hey, what's
What
going
up?
on with old Gabriel?
Yep.
Is he pissed?
Yep.
And I said his name.
Nope. that's
Pause.
Woo.
So I come in here, and his fucking wife's here, and I'm like, hey, what's up with my brother? Is he pissed at me, or what the fuck? And she goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, he didn't talk to me. What'd I do? And she's like, oh, he's in here. And he comes out of the bedroom. And I'm like, fucking shit.
Yep.
I just saw you outside. I go outside and he's not there. Coincidentally, same thing happened between him and my grandma. She was putting up some clothes. This was when he was much younger. And she kept on seeing him play kind of hide and seek between the clothes. All the fucking Pennywise and it.
Woo.
And then she comes inside the house, or her house, and she's like, what the fuck? He's over there. What are you doing here?
Ooh, pretty good spooks.
So Bernie's exactly. What the?
Woo.
Anyway, this fucking video was
This
like,
is a good one.
woo,
Yeah.
it's out there.
I had a story that was relating to what you just said, but I'm not gonna extend this one.
We're just gonna, I don't know what the fuck this was, but it's a fucking thing
It
we
was
did.
a thing. Started with cats, ended up in ghosts.
This is what happens. We don't plan anything
Nope.
at all. Anyway,
Cat ghosts.
cat ghosts.
Like them.
Subscribe. Don't. I don't know. Goontig. Ahab.
Going at you live through the party.